Most of y'all have heard of this guy right here.
Secretary of United States Mario Rubio. Yesterday, he pointed our wonderful Ibrahim Rasul. He said Ibrahim Rasul, non-grata personality, which means they want to overthrow Ibrahim Rasul out of USA. Listen, Mario Rubio. If that Joel Pollack entered to South Africa, we will set fire that U.S. embassy in Pretoria. He will never, that Israeli, that Zionist, that genocide lover will never enter into South Africa. From this moment, we are openly declaring Joel Pollack non-grata personality. He mustn't enter to South Africa.
Well, that's Mehmet Dag. Not sure if I'm saying it right. But as I was scrolling through the media, I noticed people going against him and telling him to go back to wherever he comes from. And when I start to really check the background of this guy, none of it made me happy. See, this guy right here is a Land Party candidate whom is basically against enemies of black nationalism, mainly against Afrikaners and Jews. He usually makes calls for expropriation and defamatory attacks.
The people of Makassar, they are struggling to survive because of unhealthy circumstances you do created. People are smelling shit every single day. They are smelling shit. You know, you are dumping shit from your northern suburb into southern suburb because they need to smell your shit, your white shit into suburb. And that is unacceptable. Because you don't care about colored child, you don't care about black child in Western Cape. You don't care. All you do care is you want Sea Point, Green Point has been saved. Unfortunately, the Sea Point and Green Point is no longer safe under our circumstances because we are coming to destroy your monopoly. We are coming to destroy your monopoly. Enough is enough now.
Now, this Turkish failed politician has recently been found to be a pedophile, which has resulted in his children being taken away from him. So this guy resides in Cape Town, South Africa, whereas he was raising his 3 children with his wife, whom we'll call Farah. After the death of Farah in 2019, the kids were left in Mehmet's care. After Farah's death, there were reports that Mehmet was abusing the children, particularly the eldest one with Down syndrome, whom is non-verbal. And when I talk about abuse, I'm talking about physical and emotional harm, including rape. And as I mentioned the child being non-verbal, the police didn't accept the complaints made by the social worker. Few years after that, he got remarried with a woman whom we'll call the second wife that had 2 children from the previous marriage and 1 with Mehmet. Not long ago, she also became the victim of abuse and eventually fled with all the children, whom were 6 in total. The Indonesian consultant in Cape Town provided shelter for the family until decision escalated to High Court, where they ruled to terminate Mehmet's guardianship of his children, transferring custody to Farah's aunt and younger brother, and also granted permission for children's relocation to Indonesia. Now, this doesn't end here. He recently made comments about Jocelyn Smith, a young kid who went missing months ago, and this is what he said.
We have received unconfirmed information from intelligence services of South Africa. Jocelyn Smith might be found, and in coming days, Jocelyn Smith might be reunited to South African. I thank you.
Now what I can say is that this man is either chasing some fame or he really has information regarding the case, judging from the things that he's done. Now his domestic workers and other employees had their testimonies to share.
A driver for 9 years, provided testimony regarding the first respondent's behavior towards the children. He observed the first respondent disciplining the children by slapping them for normal behavior and noted that one child, in particular, was hit the most due to their inability to do things for themselves. This child has Down syndrome. Also mentioned that employees who advised against hitting the children were dismissed. He witnessed the children's late mother being physically abused by the first respondent, even when she was suffering from cancer. He beat a woman dying of cancer. He expressed the belief that the first respondent is more concerned with money than with the well-being of his children or partner. He further stated that the children would sometimes go for weeks or months without bathing and suggested that it would be best for them to relocate to their maternal family in Indonesia due to the first respondent's inability to care for them properly.
Besides all that, the court still describes the case as an allegedly committed act by Mehmet. This is what the J88 report reading said.
Revealed evidence consistent with forcible vaginal and anal penetration, suggesting severe sexual abuse, and indicated that the child appeared to be neglected.
However, the doctor who conducted the J88 is no more. Additionally, the domestic worker disappeared to Zimbabwe. Additionally, we have a testament from other parts of the late wife's family who were usually kept away from the house. Check this out.
According to the maternal aunt, she had previously attempted to visit the mother and children in South Africa, but the mother always made excuses to avoid the visit. Eventually, the maternal aunt and grandmother visited from October the 1st to October the 21st, 2018. During their visit, they discovered that the mother was suffering from incurable stage 4 cancer and witnessed the dire living conditions the family was enduring after their previous home had burned down. The mother and children were forced to use a public toilet at a nearby shopping mall, and their living space lacked a kitchen and bathroom. The maternal aunt also mentioned that she visited the children again in 2019 and maintained sporadic telephonic contact with them after the mother's passing, though the father hindered regular contact. On June 16, 2021, the minor children moved to a place of safety. In a report dated June 28, 2021, Mrs. Fisher detailed serious concerns raised against the father, including physical abuse of the minor children, sending them to school alone with an Uber driver, sending one child to school without underwear, and the father frequently walking around naked at home. The father was subsequently arrested and detained at Polesmore Prison on alleged assault charges. Mrs. Fisher recommended that the father only have supervised contact with the children.
I get that they couldn't make an arrest because the other child was non-verbal, but what about the other 3 kids and the second wife? Can't they make something out of this case? The only ruling the court did was to terminate his guardianship, transfer the custody to an aunt in Indonesia, yet he gets to walk away and they state the case as an alleged case. Listen to this testament they made in court.
He accused Tim Flack of murdering Palestinian children. Tim has never served in the IDF, nor is even Jewish. Accused him of being a shameless dog who displaced hundreds of black people from their homes and shacks. He also accelerated his anti-Semitic content, asserting that Jews must go to hell. He also addressed the allegations which quote from the court documents themselves, in the following manner, added, "I want to talk about a file about me circulating on the internet. My late wife had cancer, and I did everything I could to stay with her until her last moment, take care of her, and even carried her to the toilet on my back. I gave custody of my 3 little children to my wife's mother with my own consent. My kids were small, I couldn't look after them. The incident that my child with Down syndrome was raped is absolutely not true. We could not prove it because the child had Down syndrome. Since our house burned down in 2017, we rented in different places for a while. As a free person of conscience, I have never been an immoral or indecent person. No one should have any doubt that we will file all kinds of judicial and administrative cases against those who put these files on the internet. As a father, I want all our people to know that I will be the best father to my children."
I don't know, but after everything that I saw on the media, I just feel like this guy really deserves to go back to where he belongs, because none of the things that he has done are acceptable. Y'all let me know what you think of this. My name is Jay, and this is Moment in Future, pulling you into the truth.